In case things weren't bad enough, between the threat of flu season getting underway and making people sick, or the deadly wildfires spontaneously combusting around the country, the rumors circulating around possible climate lockdowns and the reintroduction of social distancing and mask mandates, or gasoline and fuel contamination, killing car engines and destroying people financially. We still have the ongoing border crisis, surge in undocumented migrants entering the country and taking over cities on a daily basis, plus innocent children at risk of abuse, like those now in custody with CPS after YouTuber Ruby Frank of 8 Passenger was arrested, and potentially thousands more lost in human trafficking, with many of you sharing your thoughts and opinions of the corrupt child grab happening in Lahaina, Maui, Hawaii, allegedly, and some of whom ending up maybe in countries like China, where they're forced to into the labor is as prisoners to produce cheap garments using Chinese cotton, and this being banned cotton from the Xinjiang region. It's truly awful when you think about it. There are warnings of more food shortages, a reverse housing market crash, and just the overall heavy burden of trying to survive this post-pandemic recovery, build things back better. And just the overall heavy burden of trying to survive this post-pandemic recovery, and the rapidly rising and insanely high cost of living problem linked to inflation, lowered wages, reduced hours, higher monthly expenses, cut pay, job loss, and layoffs. And a lot of my close friends and investors are literally sweating bullets right now and losing hair and losing sleep, worried to death about what's happens next. So you'd be right to immediately think that this problem is the coming rollout of a CBDC. But sadly, that is yet another problem on a long list that we must prepare for before it's too late. However, the more immediate danger, the more imminent threat comes from a huge crash in real estate markets that aren't even in this country on U.S. soil. And perhaps the worst part about it all is how so many hardworking American people here in the good old U.S. of A. don't even know what is happening or what is about to happen, or how bad it can financially destroy them and wipe them out if they aren't prepared, diversified, and protected. Now, this is a serious matter, folks, especially for folks out there who are looking forward to retirement or banking on their 401k. We are on the brink of a devastating collapse. And my biggest concern, outside of getting ready and preparing my family to be as best protected as possible, of course, that is my first priority. Outside of that is for you, all of you, which is why I wanted to make sure that you all knew what was happening and what is likely to possibly happen next, because honestly, I really do care about you, and I know the mainstream is not going to tell you the truth when it comes to things like this. You feel me? And did you know that fund giant BlackRock and investment banks HSBC and UBS were among the largest buyers of the debt of embattled Chinese real estate developer Evergrande Incorporated? Well, of course you did. You guys are on the ball. You guys are on the ball, man. I tell you what. But did you also know that if China Evergrande were to fail, collapse, and default into bankruptcy, it could have ripple effects on various U.S. companies and investors, particularly those with significant exposure to the Chinese real estate market and the broader global financial system. Yeah. This posing some potentially severe and catastrophic impacts, like, number one, crashing financial institutions. Since U.S. banks and financial institutions that have provided loans or have exposure to Chinese debt markets could be impacted, and they may face losses if they hold Evergrande bonds or have provided credit to other companies with ties to Evergrande. 2. Real estate developers ruined. Because U.S. real estate developers that have joint ventures or partnerships with Chinese companies, including Evergrande subsidiaries or affiliated companies, could be affected as well. And any disruptions in the Chinese real estate market could impact their operations and investments. 3. Investment funds, 401k plans, retirement, pensions, the whole nine, and other investment vehicles besides those, for instance, mutual funds, exchange traded funds or ETFs, and hedge funds that have invested in Chinese bonds or have exposure to Chinese real estate could see their portfolio affected. Investors in these funds would also face potential losses, and a lot of folks don't even realize that they're invested in these funds some way or another. 4. Suppliers and contractors get squeezed. These U.S. companies that supply materials or provide services to Evergrande or its subsidiaries may experience financial strain if Evergrande defaults on payments, and this could negatively impact their revenues and profitability. Number 5, global markets will tank due to a default by Evergrande, which could create uncertainty in global financial markets. It might lead to increased risk aversion among investors, affecting stock markets and currency exchange rates. Think panic mode and Jim Cramer just continuously pressing the sell button. Sell, 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 sell. Number 6, other real estate investment trusts or REITs will begin to go bust, and U.S. REITs that have investments in the Chinese real estate market or have financial exposure to Evergrande and Evergrande-related assets could see their valuations decline if the crisis spreads. 7. Private equity and venture capital see a huge loss, or huge losses actually, through these U.S. private equities, firms, and venture capital investors with investments in Chinese startups or companies linked to Evergrande's ecosystem on the decline. Well, those could be negatively impacted. And number 8, creditors and bondholders begin to break. And U.S. investors who hold Evergrande bonds or have invested in debt issued by Chinese companies with ties to Evergrande would face potential losses, huge losses. So you see, it's important to note that the extent of the impact on U.S. companies and investors would depend on various factors, including the scale of Evergrande's default, the actions taken by Chinese authorities and creditors, and the broader economic and financial conditions at the time of the crisis. Additionally, investors and companies often diversify their portfolios and risk exposure to mitigate the impact of such events. But there can still be significant repercussions if the crisis is severe and widespread. So also, some of these folks who are managing some of these funds, these hedge funds, these retirement plans, these pensions, they may have checked out or have possibly been replaced or overworked where they just can't really do their job like they used to, but they also know that it's not their money and it's yours. It's your savings, it's your retirement, it's your nest egg, and they don't really have the same value, nor do they care because they're ready to quit their job anyway or potentially get fired. Now, I do want to actually bring you guys a video showing you how you can actually use AI, which the same way these companies are going to be using AI to replace employees, you can use AI to manage your finances, to help you invest, help you make more money. There's even a case study of using ChatGPT to get started investing in stocks for beginners and producing thousands of dollars a month in passive income. Just with a few clicks of a button, keystrokes, commands, speech to text, voice to text, and ChatGPT can begin to show you how you can begin to make money in various investment vehicle opportunities, including the stock market, and get started with very little money. It's amazing how this tool has been created and can be utilized for the benefit of so many people if they know how to use it. If you guys are interested and want to know more and want to see that video, then just let me know. Drop a comment. But you guys got to understand that this is always my number one focus, okay? Diversity. Much like these major companies and corporations who are looking to protect themselves, as am I, diversity, as you have heard me mention more than likely in numerous videos before, diversity, security, and cash flow. These are the steps I'm taking to secure myself and my family, besides the obvious of stocking up, stockpiling, and growing your own food, which we are working on a solution for that. So stick with me. I got a surprise that I want to share with you guys in an upcoming video. But if you guys want to talk about money, finance, asset and wealth building and protection for your portfolio and overall net worth, then these are conversations that we can have. I mean, it is bad enough as it is that we have to worry about and try and navigate so many other problems giving us trouble. And these problems giving us trouble and causing us so much grief and personal, emotional, mental, and financial hardships like wildfires happening around the country, displacing folks, the homeowners insurance crisis that's going on, money laundering through our own government to foreign countries for nearly $100 billion worth of aid, hurricanes wrecking towns, and witnessing land grabs by huge corporations like BlackRock and Bill Gates happening right before our eyes, not to mention the blatant attacks and targeting of our children, whether it's on social media apps like TikTok or in department stores like Target. Oh, and we have to prep for an upcoming election year to boot. So I'm asking you all, please do me this favor. Let me know, what do you think we should do? How can we get ready for this? And what should we prepare for first? I'm listening to you guys as always, and will continue to create new videos sharing your valuable insights with the rest of our community, our network, and families so that we can all be better prepared. And if you guys want to get started yourself, building your own YouTube channels and sharing these helpful tips and insights and really having an impact on the world, then by all means, reach out to me, let me know. I'd love to see that happen. Because really, sometimes it takes a village. But I think that if we work together, we can fight, beat this, and win. Don't you? Man, I am really looking forward to better days ahead, honestly. Hey folks, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this conversation going. You guys take care, be safe. I'm gonna see you guys real soon.